Hi everybody, welcome to Soulful Tarot channel. My name is Shelley. We are about to do the midweek energy check-in readings. We absolutely love these, don't we? Right, let's get cracking on. I'm going back to my good old faithful Light Seers deck. Haven't had this one out for quite a few months now. But anyway, let's get on. So yes, as usual, this is a 4-card spread. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And then we're going to finish off with a daily crystal message for you. Your readings will be time-stamped. You just need to look in the description box below and I will try my very best to remember to put it in the comments. I always forget every week, but then I end up putting them in afterwards. You'll find a blue number next to your zodiac sign and that'll be your reading. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising as well as your sun signs. Right, let's get on with this for you. Okay, let's timestamp Aries, please and thank you. Aries, you are. Let's do 1 minute. So welcome Aries to your midweek energy check-in reading. Do forgive me, I look like a, I don't know, a snowman. It's so cold today and I'm not very good at cold. Okay, let's do the usual 4-card spread. Your past, your present. Oh, you're going to have to come out, aren't you? And your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Yep, they're waiting to go. Your past energy is the 6 of Pentacles. Your present energy is the Knight of Cups. Your future energy is the 7 of Pentacles. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the High Priestess. Right, mic check. Yep. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. That's what you're just coming out of. It looks like you've had a bit of a reassessment, perhaps something to do with are you getting rewarded for your time and effort that you're putting into somebody or something or a project or even at work? Or have you been rewarded financially even? Have you got some money back on a tax rebate or some unexpected money coming into you? I do feel like it's quite nice actually. It feels like something is balancing out for you also. You do feel a little bit more know where you stand with money, with a job maybe. As I say, I do feel like there's some sort of recognition because you're sitting with the Knight of Cups at the moment. Now, the Knight of Cups is a heartfelt offer to you. There is something about either you giving somebody something or you receiving something from somebody. And what this is maybe help, support, love and care and attention from a loved one or even a good friend. That I think normally Aries, you'd say, no, I'm all right, thanks, I'm fine, no, I'm good, thank you. But sometimes we do have to accept that offer. It can even be an apology. And like I say, it can be either way. It can be you receiving it or you giving it. Now, the 7 of Pentacles is what you're stepping into. And the 7 of Pentacles is very much a card of stop. Let's have a little reassess again. Maybe this 6 of Pentacles is bubbling up again. Maybe you're in a little bit of a cycle here, you know, where you think, yeah, everything's good again. I feel I'm getting recognition. I feel I've maybe even got financially rewarded for it. The 7 of Pentacles makes you take stock again and think, hang on a minute, is this really worth my time and energy? Am I just kidding myself? Am I going round and round in a vicious circle with this? Because the 7 of Pentacles, you can see he's grown his pentacle bush. It's got roots. It's taken him a long time to get there. And now he's considering, maybe I continue to do what I'm doing? Stay in this relationship, stay in this job, here comes Bella, or do I go and look at something elsewhere? Is it worth my time and energy to still do this one thing? Now, the High Priestess is what they'd like you to embrace more of. This is trusting your intuition, Aries. I don't know if you're not trusting it, if you're ignoring some downloads, some insights, sticking your head in the sand a little bit, but they're wanting you to really take note of those gut instincts, if you like. Now, let's see what your daily crystal tarot says. Final message, please and thank you for Aries. Oh, we got 2. Okay, we've got citrine. And it says bring in the light with some citrine. It's kind of like a very positive energy, isn't it? Like shedding light on something, opening up, looking perhaps a little bit more positively about something. Then you've got azurite, get laser light focused. There we go. There's something you really need to be focusing on here. And again, with that 7 of Pentacles, perhaps even this Knight of Cups, you know, this heartfelt offer is giving you food for thought that you're stepping into. It's like, actually, I'm not going to say no straight away. So maybe, you know, I mean, this can even be romantic, you know, for some of you. It can be a proposal of some sort, a romantic proposal too. Whatever it is, it comes from the heart with the Knight of Cups. So I hope you enjoyed that, Aries. Thank you as always for watching. Take care, and let me know how it resonates. As I said, don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too. Right, let's get on with the next reading. Oh, there we go. They're dying to come out. Okay, and we are timestamping Taurus at 05:19. Welcome, Taurus, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is a 4-card spread, your past, your present, your future energy, and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And we're going to finish with a daily crystal. Now, as you'll probably see, I'm back to my good old Light Seers Tarot deck. I haven't used this for a very long time, so let's get on with this for you, Taurus. Your past energy is the 4 of Wands. Your current energy is the 10 of Wands. Your future energy is the Lovers. And what they'd like you to embrace more of is the 2 of Wands. So when we see lots of Wands energy, that's get up and go, quite vibrant, quite busy energy, fiery, determined. I like that. And then you've got the Lovers there, which is passionate and red as well. It's like full of vibrance. 4 of Wands is what you're just coming out of. The 4 of Wands is about happy home life, feeling stable. Everybody's happy. Perhaps even it's about moving your home life or some connection to revaluing your home, doing some improvements. But whatever it is, it feels really content and stable. It's a 4, so it's about stability. Now, the 10 of Wands is how you are at the moment. I do think there's something to do with a move going on here, because I'm very drawn to the fact she's got her bags packed. But in actual fact, this card is saying it's the end of some hard times, some really hard work. Now, moving can be hard work, whether that's something you want to do or not. It does feel like it's hard work, doesn't it? There's a lot involved with it. And again, I do feel for some of you that is relevant. But for others, you know, this is about you really coming out of some, like I say, feeling like you've got the world on your shoulders. This is coming to an end, whether that's at work, whether, I don't know, say for instance, you're an accountant, certainly within the UK, this is how you'd be feeling like, thank God that's over, because it's tax return year. You know, it's that time of year where everybody's busy. I feel like you are coming to the end of like, oh my gosh, yeah. You've finally seen this project through, and you can take a little bit of a breather because you're stepping into the Lovers energy. This is taking more notice of your friends and family around you, passionate connections. It's the card of Gemini, so you could be having some passionate connections with a Gemini even, but it's also about making passionate choices. And I love that. I feel like you've really achieved something with that 10 of Wands. Pat on the back. You know, she's come up that mountain all on her own. She's got her bags packed. She's got her poor donkey there. It's got all the, I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. I can't remember what they're called. But obviously, you know, there's a lot of baggage there, but she's come down the other side now, and that's the sense of relief. Could even be to do with a connection with a relationship. You know, you feel like things are just panning out again. You've got that fire back in your belly with somebody, or, as I say, a passionate connection. Now, what they want you to embrace more of, though, is the 2 of Wands, Taurus. And this is kind of like saying, don't stay stuck there. By all means, have a breather. But the 2 of Wands encourages us to step outside our comfort zone about something. You know, she's wondering, what's that big wide world outside on the other side of that window? What's it got to what have I got to embrace there? What can I do that's, you know, again, moving me outside of the norm? And this equals growth here, Taurus. So I love that. So whilst, yeah, take a rest from that 10 of Wands, absolutely well deserved, but not for too long, because they're wanting you to embrace more of that 2 of Wands energy. And again, it can be related. I keep seeing a lot of travel here, a lot of movement here, especially with the globe. And you've got the, I love that card. Look at the what are they called? Oh my gosh, why do my brain go camper van? Right, I'm going to do a clarification on the Lovers. I like to clarify the majors when they show up. Oh my gosh, what's going on, Taurus? We have the Page of Cups with the Lovers. Now, the Page of Cups are relationships and friendships, emotions. And this can be a little bit split emotion, though, to be honest with you, you know, especially with the Lovers, as you're stepping into. Maybe there is somebody around you who sometimes, you know, they're all full on you 1 minute, and then the next minute you don't hear from them. there's a little bit of a disconnect here perhaps, or we can go completely the opposite way with that Lovers, because it's such a passionate card, that your dreams are actually being, you know, met, whereas you thought not a chance in whatever. There is actually with this Page of Cups, you know, there's a pig flying in the corner there with a cup. So yeah, really exciting there for you, Taurus. Right, let's finish with a crystal, daily crystal card for you. What do we have here? I feel like for some of you, you know, maybe you've just really thrown yourself into a project at work or whatever, and you've not really had time for your relationship. And I feel like there's something coming in that really rekindles it for you. What do we have? Pink opal. Well, you couldn't make that one up. That's the heart chakra, and it says be kind to yourself, especially after that 10 of Wands energy going on there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Taurus. Let me know how it resonates, and yeah, don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too, because it quite often adds another message, especially to these quick fire readings. Okay, right, we are moving on to Gemini. So quick shuffle for Gemini, and we are time stamping Gemini at, what do we have, 11:10. So welcome, Gemini, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of, followed by a daily crystal oracle message. Right, okay, let's get on with this. This is your past energy, is the Emperor. Your current energy is the Ten of Swords. Your future energy is the Tower. Nice. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Knight of Cups. Right, Gemini, Emperor energy is what you're coming out of. Now, the Emperor can be somebody, if it's somebody around you, they're quite bossy, they're quite in control, a little bit stuck in their ways. You know, they are the king of he is the daddy of the deck, you know, he's the king of the kings. So they're very high up, but also because they're very high up, they're very experienced. And as I said, they can relate to a much more mature energy, somebody who really doesn't like change. On the other hand, it's somebody who's very stable, somebody who really is in control of their life. And they like discipline, they like to be organised. Take it as you wish, but we will clarify. You've got two majors here, quite dramatic cards here actually. Then you have the Ten of Swords, how you're sitting at the moment. The Ten of Swords is the end of some really stressful mental times that have gone on. Now, it could be you've been dealing with this Emperor and thought, you know what, mate, you might not want to change, but I do. I'm not putting up with that anymore. Could be a boss around you, doesn't have to be a romantic connection here. But the Ten of Swords is you saying, right, you know what, stick a pin in me, I'm done. This has been a little bit of enlightenment for me. Got to know what you don't want to know what you do want, don't you? But you certainly know you don't want this stress and anxiety for the rest of your time. So the Ten of Swords is her walking away to a much brighter future, more of a clearer mindset. Look at those birds flying free above her head. It's like, you know, you just feel like, and again with that Emperor, I do feel like they had a bit of a control over you. Maybe it is your inner self, really. You know, you're trying to get away from this sense of wanting to be in control all the time, Gemini. Now, you have the Tower that you're stepping into. The Tower, yes, it is the card of chaos. It's the card of feeling a little bit hectic and big change. But we see the Tower and we know we can grow from the Tower. Something has to change in order for something new to come in. You have to tear down the old to let in, to rebuild the new. So yeah, we're going to clarify that. Now, what they want, I'll tell you what, we'll clarify those first, and then I'll show you what they want you to embrace more of. Okay, Gemini, the Emperor. Why do we have the Emperor here for you, please, and thank you? With the Nine of Swords, yeah, this Emperor energy really isn't going down well with you, or it didn't, I should say. The Nine of Swords is very much about sleepless nights, you know, and what the reason we have sleepless nights because we're taking those fears to bed with us. We're not facing the fears. That's why I do really think that with that Ten of Swords, you've come to a conclusion here, like, yeah, actually you are facing your fears right now. You know, you are dealing with that. You are deciding, yeah, I can't keep putting my head in the sand about this. Let's get this out into the open. Now, the Tower, thank you, clarified by, wow, Nine of Pentacles, card of independence. This is you standing on your own 2 feet and being very jolly proud of it too. You know, that Tower is really changing things up for you, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship with that Emperor. It's actually making you a stronger, more independent person, because that's what the Nine of Pentacles is about. And also, your self-worth is very important in this card. She recognises how good she is. And if she wants to go out and buy something, she jolly well will. She won't answer to anybody. I like that. That's where the Tower is bringing in a sense of independence to you, and a sense of real strength, especially around your finances. Now, the Knight of Cups is what they want you to embrace more of. This has been open to more offers, heartfelt offers. Now, it can be a relationship. Don't let that Emperor tar every relationship with the same brush, so to speak, or every experience, even if it is a job that, you know, you just felt like you needed to walk away from. You know, the Knight of Cups brings in heartfelt offers to you. Can be an apology even. It could be an apology from the Emperor. You know what? It's up to you how you deal with it. All I'll say is I always accept apologies. Doesn't mean to say that you need to go back to where you were, you know, to say thank you gracefully and move on. Anyway, that's if it is an apology, however it resonates for you. But to embrace more of being able to accept help and offers is what I want to say. Yeah. Let's finish, Gemini, with a daily crystal message for you, please, and thank you. Okay, what do we have? We have Epidote. Go deeper. Go deeper. That very much like Strength card. You know, when you've got to really have a good old think, a bit like the Hermit card too. And we go in, we do a little bit of shadow work, and you know, we really have a good old talk to ourselves. And I think that's what that message is there for you, Gemini. Well, certainly what I'm getting from it. So I hope that resonates. Let me know how it does. Have a wonderful week. And don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, especially with these really quick fire readings. Anyway, right, moving on to Cancer, please, and thank you. Quick shuffle for Cancer. Okay, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Right, and we are timestamping Cancer at 17:15. Welcome, Cancer, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you for being here. This is your 4-card spread. This is your past, your present, your future energy, and what they'd like you to embrace more of, followed by a daily crystal oracle message. Right, okay, let's have a look for you, Cancer. Well, your past energy is the Sun. Your present energy, wow, is the 8 of Wands. Your future energy is the Hierophant. Oh, I love this. Such excitement. Okay, and what they'd like you to embrace more of is the 7 of Wands. Okay, now the Sun card, the energy of the Sun card, oh my gosh, isn't it just lovely? It's like finally, you know, I just feel like say finally, things are working out. I feel vibrant, I feel energetic. You perhaps could have had dealings with a Leo because the Sun is attributed to Leo, but it's just having, you know, how the Sun really makes you feel when you're on holiday, you're relaxed and you can feel the warmth, or even in the back garden, you know, and you just think, it just melts your troubles away, doesn't it? I just love the Sun. Very healing card too. Absolutely love that for you. So just recently, there's been this amazing burst of positivity, fire in your belly. It reminds you of The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music, doesn't it, that song? Anyway, at the moment, you're sitting as the 8 of Wands, and all I want to say to that is you're certainly carrying on that energy. The 8 of Wands is fast-moving action, energetic, getting on with projects, really sorting things out, having fun with it too, the 8 of Wands, everything coming into alignment. You've kept your energy really high here, Cancer, and you just kept everybody else going probably with that. You know, a bit like the Queen of Wands, when she walks into a room, she lights a room up and everybody just draws to her energy. I feel like that's what you're doing here with this 8 of Wands. You're keeping the momentum going there. Now, coming up in you're stepping into the Hierophant. For some of you, it's a card of marriage. Maybe this is what this is all about, organising things. Certainly, this is a high level of commitment that you're stepping into. And again, maybe this is you feeling you've got a new job perhaps and you're sorting stuff out, and it's something you're really looking forward to anyway with this Hierophant energy. Can also be Guru energy. Could be going into teaching, something about perhaps with this on a spiritual side too. Oh my gosh, I love this for you, Cancer. Now, the Seven of Wands is what they want you to embrace more of. That is sitting in your power because you're doing pretty damn well at the moment, Cancer. Keep it going. Keep that momentum going. Also, stick to your guns with this, yeah? Don't worry about these wands here. For me, they always look like the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands are people that are bickering and arguing. They've got nothing nice to say. You know, they're the negative Nellies in your life. Look at her. She's completely ignoring them. She's like, no, up yours. I'm going to completely ignore this. Sit in your own power, sit in your own energy and shine that light. Continue shining your light, Cancer. Now, you do have two majors here. I'm just going to clarify the Hierophant. Let's just be a bit nosy. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. On the Hierophant, please and thank you. For Cancer. Oh, we have the Queen of Swords out with the Hierophant. Now, the Queen of Swords is somebody, again, you going from strength to strength here, Cancer. This is somebody who really knows what they want. They don't mince their words. With that Hierophant, wow. There's something about you being you've communicated well about a commitment, and now you're getting exactly what you deserve. Also, what I'll say, especially with the Queen of Swords, with the Seven of Wands, is that the Queen of Swords does not put up with these guys here. It's almost like you've really, as I said, you've really raised your vibration here. You're rising above it all and ignoring the crappy bits around your life. You're really in tune. That's what I want to say. I feel a real lovely sense of clarity of mind here with that Queen of Swords too. Really sure about yourself. Oh, I love it. Because she rises above it all. Look, she's sitting in the clouds. She doesn't put up with any piffle paffle. Anyway, let's have a look at your daily crystal message, please, and thank you for Cancer. There we go. What do we have? We have pyrite. Oh, pyrite, also known as fool's gold. It's let the money flow in. Oh my gosh, you know what, Cancer? You continue in this energy and it's just going to, it's the law of attraction. You know, if you continue this high energy, things will come to you. Now, people are like, oh yeah, like I'm just, you know, I might win the lottery. No, that's luck. You know, nothing to do with energy, the lottery. This is about you putting out to the universe a positive energy. You will then attract more positivity into you. Maybe you're stepping into a job that you really enjoy. And what I'll say to that is when you love what you do, it's natural that you'll be rewarded for it. Anyway, Cancer, oh, excited for you. Brilliant reading. So hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too, especially with these quick fire rounds. Right, Leo, we're stepping into Leo now. Quick shuffle, please, and thank you for Leo. And we're time stamping we are at 22:47. So welcome, Leo, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Okay. One more shuffle for Leo. I put on this really warm top because it's so cold. But when I do this reading, I get so hot and now I'm absolutely boiling. Right, Leo, or could be your hot energy. Okay, Leo, your past energy. We have, Ace of Wands. What are you sitting at the moment? Ten of Pentacles. Love that. Eight of Cups. Is that? Yes, it is. Is your energy you're stepping into, your future energy. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the High Priestess. Ace of Wands. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is your past energy. This is you really on board with a new project, really getting determined, getting you stuck in, getting your fire in your belly about it, being excited, being motivated about something. Could be a new job, could be even a new relationship, but mostly the ones relate to what puts a fire in our belly in as much as our creative side. So there's something about you really getting your teeth stuck into something there. Love that. You're sitting as the Ten of Pentacles at the moment. Very nice. Feeling very secure. Happy family around you. Perhaps actually feeling quite rich. Now, when I say rich, yeah, you could be actually bringing the money into, especially, you know what, if you've got some sort of passion that you're actually pursuing, what I say to that is when it's a passion of yours, you will be rewarded for it financially, time, energy, because it won't feel like a job. Because you love it so much, very much like my tarot. So the Ten of Pentacles, going back to that, is how you're sitting at the moment. Perhaps, you know, you are surrounded by family. They're all chipping in and giving you a hand with something. There's something also about feeling very content with long-term plans and really quite happy with that. You are stepping into the Eight of Cups here though, Leo, so I wonder what this is all about. We've gone from a bit like, oh, okay, something isn't quite right, something that is still not ticking that heart chakra. Maybe you need to go out and find something new. It is relationships because it's the cups. However, I always put a caveat to this card because I always think it doesn't mean to say you're leaving somebody overnight or a friendship or a relationship. It can simply just mean that you are off to find your own bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can still stay with the same person. You're just you're just expanding a little bit more here. You've outgrown something or somebody there. Perhaps it was the job that you used to love and you're like, now you're doing this bit, you've got to let go of something that you're still hanging on to. Now, the High Priestess is what they want you to embrace more of, and this is trusting your intuition about something or somebody. And this is maybe you've, again, been ignoring those gut instincts, maybe brushing something under the carpet. I just feel like your success here is giving you a different perspective on something or somebody here. And it's like, do you know what? You're just oozing confidence here, Leo. And maybe they're not stepping up to the mark with that. Or the job, the other project that maybe you thought you once loved, you're kind of outgrowing it, but that's good because I can see you're expanding here. So, crystal card. Well, actually, I do normally clarify the majors. So the High Priestess, let's just clarify that with trusting your intuition on something. Eyes wide shut. That's what that makes me feel like with that card. What do we have? Ten of Swords. Wow. So you've got the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from somebody or something. The Ten of Swords with that High Priestess is to embrace more of trusting your intuition when the Ten of Swords is about real mental struggle. Somebody or something has been really hard work mentally. But the Ten of Swords is a card of knowing to trust when you've had enough. When to say, right, you know what, I really do need to move on to pastures new now. I really do need to have a clearer mindset. This is just too much and it's not worth the effort. This is what the Ten of Swords is about. She's moving on to a brighter horizon there. Same here, look, Leo, you're definitely leaving something or somebody or have the mindset to do it. And certainly you're getting the gut instincts to do it. They want you to embrace more of that. Now, it is a 10, and 10 roll back down to around to a 1, doesn't it, in numerology? So it's like you are walking towards an Ace of Swords, which gives you, as I say, mental clarity, focus as well. Focusing on one thing that is really important to you. And it can be the truth too in a situation, given that it's swords. Right, okay, let's clarify. No, we're not clarifying. We're going to get an extra message from the daily crystals. Oh, we have 2 for you, Leo. We have hematite, ground yourself. That's really important to keep grounded. And that just keeps you grounded. What do we do to keep grounded? We go for walks in nature. We do basic things. We practice gratitude, however it resonates for you. And then we have garnet, ignite your passion. Yeah, I think you already have, Leo. I'll be honest with you. This is like a realization going on with these first 2 cards here, that something is not worth that time and effort anymore. You've outgrown it. Trust your intuition when the timing might be right to action it, maybe. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, Leo. Let me know how it resonates. And don't forget to check your moon and rising signs, because when they are quick fire readings like this, they often add, obviously, more messages, more content, if you like, to the message. Right, okay, we're moving on to Virgo now. Virgo. And we are timestamping Virgo at 29:05. Welcome, Virgo, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And then we're going to finish with a daily crystal message. So, I put this top on because it was really cold. And now I'm like, this energy reading just gives me so much energy and it makes me very hot. Okay, right, past energy, sorry. King of Wands. Your present energy is the Seven of Cups. The Magician is what you're stepping into. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Queen of Swords. So the King of Wands are very entrepreneurial. Perhaps you are, or have been, or you're now stepping out of the role of somebody who makes all the decisions, maybe in charge of your team at work, maybe in charge of literally your own business. This has been very courageous, very charismatic. If it was a salesman, this guy would be, you know, he'd be able to sell ice to an Eskimo, that kind of energy. So it's very successful energy. However, you are sitting as the Seven of Cups right now. So it's like you're reconsidering something here. Maybe it's a relationship or something, a friendship here too. But it's also about something that you love, because it's cups. So it's matters of the heart. And you can see he's really struggling to make a decision here. Now, when I see this card, especially with this Light Seers deck, it always reminds me of he's afraid to flip open what's underneath that cup. Why is that, do you think? Maybe because he's worried he might upset somebody over a choice that he makes or that they make. It's quite a procrastinating energy. So it's like you are sitting at the moment absorbing all aspects of something, which is not a bad thing. But I can see you're not going to stay in that energy for too long, because what I was going to say was don't procrastinate for too long, because you're stepping into the Magician. And it's like, right, you've made your mind up now. You've chosen whatever's underneath that cup, and you're going to jolly well make it work. The Magician is, I can, I will, I have all the tools that I need. He's a magician, so he has all the four aces up his sleeve. Very confident, new beginning energy this is. It's also about your manifestations, what you really want. And as I say, you've certainly chosen something there that you're going to get your teeth into with this Magician energy. Now, the Queen of Swords is what they want you to embrace more of. There's something about you being very clear cut with the communication here. Maybe there's a bit of blurred lines with somebody, or somebody at work, or somebody around you. You're not making it entirely clear, and it feels like they're saying, no, you know, maybe you need to really spell it out to them, you know, because some people need that, don't they? You think, oh my gosh, they're bound to take the hint, they're bound to get the message. I don't think they are. I forgot who I was reading for them, Virgo. I don't think they are getting the message, Virgo. You need to be a bit more clear-cut in your communication. You also, perhaps they're asking you to keep your heart out of this. It's a very logical decision-making going on here. But it's very forward-thinking too, because that's what the Queen of Swords is. She's also rises above all the piffle-paffle, doesn't put up with people, and quite frankly, my dear, doesn't give a damn about people that are just, you know, time wasters around her. But we are going to clarify the Magician, because I do like to clarify the majors. So very exciting here, Virgo. Right, what do we have? Yes, oh, Ace of Cups. You've got the Magician with the Ace of Cups. Wow, this is like you are determined to make a new relationship, a new friendship work. You're determined to look after your own heart here too, Virgo. Oh, yes. Kind of Gemini, the Magician. So maybe, and Virgo, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure it is. So this Magician, you are filling your cup here. Yeah, this is filling your heart's desires, following your heart. As again, it could be a relationship, but again, Queen of Swords, yeah, tell them as it is. Be a bit more forthright in your communication, Virgo. Anyway, let's finish with a daily crystal message. What do we have? We have azurite. Get laser focused. Can you believe you got that with what they want you to embrace more of? Focus, Virgo. Focus on what you want moving forward. That's what the Queen of Swords does. Keeping that heart tucked well away there for now, but remembering what your heart's desires are, though. Doesn't mean to say you've got to bring your heart into anybody else. Just remember what your heart is, following your heart's desires there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, especially with these very quick dip in energy readings, it can offer more messages, more insight to the reading. Okay, we are moving on to Libra. Right, okay, Libra. Let's have a look. We are at 34:45. So welcome, Libra, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Sorry, got to just sort the hair out. No time. Right, this is your past, your present, your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Okay, Libra. I do feel like your readings lately, Libra, have been a little bit... I feel like you're going through a little bit of a hard time at the moment. But anyway, let's see what the cards say. Past energy for Libra, please and thank you, is the Knight of Pentacles. Current energy is the Seven of Wands. Your future energy is the Hierophant. What they'd like you to embrace more of, oh, look at that, is the Empress. Right, Libra. And in fact, the Empress is attributed to Libra, so I like that when you turn up in your own reading there. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. This is a feeling a bit stuck, you know, nothing much happening. I think you've been very patient in just recently about something. It can be to do with finances. Pentacles can be to do with work, material resources, and tangible assets that we have in everyday life. It's what Pentacles represents. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the deck that doesn't move. And there's a reason for that. It's because he likes to have all these pentacles in place first before he starts his journey. He likes to be very organised. But it can be a bit of a stagnant energy too. We can just keep stuck for a little bit too long, Libra. So however that resonates. Now, at the moment, you're sitting as a Seven of Wands. And I like this because you're sticking to your guns over something here. There is something that you've decided perhaps to do with work or your projects, something that you are determined to not listen to any negative overspill about it. It's like you're turning a blind eye, literally, and sitting in your power about something, really sticking to your guns, as I say. We might clarify that one. I don't normally clarify the minors. Then you have the Hierophant. This is really interesting. You're stepping out of that Seven of Wands, your future energy is the Hierophant. And this is about a high level of commitment to somebody or something. It's also guru teaching energy. It's about giving advice. Maybe you're getting advice. Maybe that's what they're wanting you to do, to go and get more professional advice on something. But we're going to clarify this. Now, the Empress is what they want you to embrace more of. And the Empress is open to new ideas. She's very much like, she doesn't chase. She's very chilled. She knows the universe will deliver. She's full of self-worth. Yeah, she loves herself. And I'm not saying that, you know, she's what these persons that she loves herself within. And that's really important because you can't love others unless you start loving your own self here. And she's full of self-worth, the Empress. She likes the nice clothes, but not in a materialistic way. I hope you're not taking this the wrong way, Libra. It's literally about putting yourself first a little bit more here. I bet you're the sort of person that if there's bananas in the fruit bowl, you'll choose the one that's nearly rotten because you want the other people to have the ripe bananas or the ones that are nice and fresh. And I know that's a bizarre scenario, but that's what's just coming to my mind. But why should you? You're not a bin. You need to embrace more of that Empress energy. Right, let's going to clarify this. We're going to clarify. What would I say we're going to clarify? I'm going to clarify the Hierophant. Let's see. Why are you here? Please and thank you with the Hierophant. Oh, too many. We just want the one, please and thank you. Okay, what do we have? Oh, Two of Wands. Wow, with the Hierophant. This commitment, whatever this commitment is pushing you outside your comfort zone. But that Seven of Wands that you're sitting at the moment is actually giving you the confidence to do that. It's like I don't know, somebody's, or you're getting it from somewhere. You've really got this desire to succeed with that Seven of Wands and absolutely determined not to listen to people that are trying to push you off your pedestal and to tell you every reason not to do something. This Two of Wands tells me with that Hierophant that whatever it is you're looking to do, yes, it is a different commitment, perhaps more of a commitment. But with the Two of Wands, it's like maybe it involves travel. Maybe there's something very brave. There's something about you being very brave, about taking this step forward, getting out a bit more. If you notice, both of those cards have the have a globe on them. She has the world in her solar plexus, and she has the globe next to her with a camper van. Yeah, there's a real fieriness about you, Libra. I love it. Love it. Right, let's have a look with the and the Empress. Yeah, it gives birth to new ideas. Whatever this Hierophant energy, what you're deciding to commit to, is pushing you outside your comfort zone, but it's giving you some growth too with it. Okay, let's have a look. Daily Crystal, what's the final message? Please and thank you for Libra. What do we have? We have Red Jasper, take action. There we go. Moving out of that Knight of Pentacles, who doesn't take action. But why he doesn't do that is because he likes to be organised. He likes to be grounded about things. And, you know, but then that can be a bit stuck, as I say, stuck energy. Take action, Red Jasper for you, Libra. Anyway, I hope you can resonate with that. Let me know if you can. Have a wonderful week. And don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, because it does give more insight to these messages, especially when they're so quick. So anyway, moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio, you got some flippers there. Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh. Okay, lovely cards. Right, let's time stamp. Get your teeth in, Shelley. 4128. So welcome, Scorpio, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies, and what they would like you to embrace more of. Okay, right, let's have a look. Oh, quite hot. I might have to take my top off now because I put this on because it was so cold. And when I do this reading, it builds up such a lot of energy. I'm boiling. Right, past energy for Scorpio. Knight of Cups. Lovely. Sitting out at the Six of Pentacles, your future energy is the Queen of Wands, which came out in your pre-shuffle. I know you wouldn't have seen that. I haven't time-stamped you at the moment. But if you want to just rewind a few seconds before this, you will see you got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands out. What they want you to embrace more of is the Devil. Right, okay. Now, the Knight of Cups. Let's have a look. What do we have? Just coming out of the Knight of Cups energy. Maybe you've accepted an apology from somebody. Maybe you are accepting help from somebody, but this is somebody who wants to give you their heart, their love, perhaps their relationship. You know, they're offering you into a relationship, some sort of proposal. Can also, as I say, relate to somebody offering to give you some help, because we're not very good at that, are we? I don't think any zodiac sign. You know, we naturally, I don't know why we do it. We're like, oh no, we're all right. I can do it. So I think, Scorpio, you've either accepted an apology or you've accepted an offer of help here. Or even some sort of proposal from a romantic proposal. I like that. Whatever it is, it feels lovely. It feels very positive. You're sitting as the Six of Pentacles at the moment. Now, the Six of Pentacles is you getting back what you deserve. This is about, you know, maybe you are at the moment feeling recognised, not recognised, getting the recognition that you deserve, maybe the money that you deserve, or perhaps that's what you're actually looking at the moment. Do you get enough? Are you getting enough? You know, is there equal give and take in this job, relationship? Is there a balance there that needs to be looked at with this Six of Pentacles? It's a card of reciprocity. I can never say that word. Yeah. What goes around comes around, basically. You know, the hard work you put in is what you're going to be rewarded for. Now, I can see that you're putting in hard work as you're stepping into the Queen of Wands energy. Maybe you have got some money. Maybe you are going to be getting some money coming back in. It gives you a bit of a boost, especially if it's recognition at work, and even better, a bonus to go with it, to say thanks very much. or, you know, some sort of money coming in that you weren't expecting. Because the Queen of Wands, you can see, she's a party animal, basically. She loves a party. She got great energy. She's the sort of person that walks in a room, you know, everybody else in the office will be like, morning, morning. She walks in, she goes, morning. Everybody wakes up. It's like, oh, she's here. She lights up the room. So your energy is amazing here. Scorpio, you are full of vibrancy here, maybe even thinking about, you know, a promotion at work, being head of a team, because she's very much entrepreneurial energy. She doesn't really like being told what to do, but she doesn't really need to be told what to do because everybody follows her because she's so good at what she does. She also is the epitome of the universal law, if you like. You know, what you put out, you attract back. Yeah, and she is high energy. Love that for you. She also doesn't give two hoots what people think about her. Very confident. Heart and soul of the party too. Love that for you, Scorpio. What they want you to embrace more of, though, with this devil energy. Now, this is looking at things that aren't serving you, people that aren't serving you. This is people that are a bit toxic around you. I certainly don't think with that Queen of Wands energy, I think what you're doing there is overcoming those energies of the devil, but it's an ongoing thing. That's what they're saying. Don't stop doing that because you're doing really well here. Because the devil represents people that make you feel guilty. If you are, say, for instance, moving on, they might think, oh no, you know, they're like trying to draw you back in. Look at him. It's like, no, don't go off. I need you. You need me. But no, they need you more than you need them. So, that's how that makes me feel there. Is keep going with the, I don't know, looking at what and who isn't serving you at the moment and doing something about it, because I can really see you are there. I love it. Right, the devil energy, what we're doing is every major that we get now, I am clarifying, just doing one card against it for you. Why do we have the devil energy here, please and thank you? Is attributed to Capricorn. Page of Pentacles. I really feel like you're breaking free of this devil energy by embracing more education. I know that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's like you are completely ignoring these people. You're going off on your own path and doing what you want to do. And as I say, that may be adding strings to your bow and your educational bow, if you like. You know, this is the card of studiousness and learning and going on courses. But it's also the card of being quite prepared to take practical steps towards a long-term goal. Very, very nice energy. And I just feel you're busying yourself with this. You're not being distracted with that devil energy. But this is what you've got to look at, the long-term goal of something and what you can do to, I feel like, you know, break away, to stay breaking away from those energies too. Learn something for yourself, to gain knowledge for yourself. That's how, yeah, that's the message I'm getting there. Now, let's have a look at the Daily Crystal card. That's too many. I don't mind one or two, but four, no. Just one, please, and thank you, to finish Scorpio's reading. What do we have? We have Agate. Get back into balance. Interesting. When you're Six of Pentacles is how you're sitting at the moment. So maybe you are feeling a little bit out of kilter, but I tell you what, you're not going to stay in it for long because you're stepping into the Queen of Wands energy. Now, whether sometimes, you know, this energy here, when I said you're perhaps being recognised for it, gives you that Queen of Wands energy, but it can be the opposite too. It can be like, right, I'm determined now. You will see me and you will regret not giving me what I deserve. Like that. Get back into balance. There we go. Right, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. And do check out your moon and rising signs, especially with these quick readings, because it adds a few more insights into the reading for you. Okay, we're going on to Sagittarius now. Oh, King of Cups for you, Sagittarius. A little bit of a pre-shuffle there. Right, okay. Which you're not time-stamped yet, but I will tell you about. Okay, one more, and we'll timestamp Sagittarius at 49:10. Welcome, Sagittarius, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you for being here. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Followed by a daily crystal oracle message. Okay, now you did get a King of Cups flip out in your pre-shuffle, so let's see if he comes out again. Very much emotionally balanced, lovely card. Really lovely card. Okay. Justice is your past energy. Your present energy is the Six of Swords. Love this. Your future energy. Oh, look at that. Ace of Pentacles, Sagittarius. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Three of Swords. Okay, so justice. There is something, either a legal matter, legal decision, some legal paperwork, something that's come out in your favour. It can represent things just being just and fair, a decision that's been made. You're being rewarded, perhaps. Things are coming back into balance for your hard work to do with something or somebody. Yeah, just things feeling very balanced for you, but very karmic too. That's a very karmic card for you. Now, the Six of Swords is how you're sitting at the moment. Things are actually getting better for you because obviously this follows the Five of Swords, which is conflict, stress, anxiety. It feels like you've drawn a line in the sand here, Sagittarius, and you're like, do you know what? Anywhere is better than here. It doesn't matter where I'm going, what I'm doing. I just know it's better whatever next I can do to get away from that Five of Swords energy. You're moving on to calmer shores here within the mindset too, which is incredibly important. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is what you're stepping into. So you're definitely heading into something new, something more tangible, an offer, a new beginning, something very grounded and very long term is what the Ace of Pentacles represents. It could be a contract of some kind, a long-term contract. It can be to move house. Just feels like a new solid beginning for you, especially with that Six of Swords. It feels like for some of you, maybe you've, had gone through some sort of divorce, something that's given you a lot of stress and anxiety, because we've also got Three of Swords here. But finally, you're moving on to, you're getting there at the moment. You're feeling progress, which is lovely. And then, as I say, Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings coming up for you. The Three of Swords is what they want you to embrace more of. This is the healing aspect. It's kind of like saying, we still need to get over some sort of grief, still take on board something, because we can get a bit, I don't know, it's dangerous sometimes to put things on the back burner too much. So there's still a lot of healing to be done with this Three of Swords energy. And I feel like they want you to take your time here, Sagittarius. Don't rush into anything. That Six of Swords really feels like you're captaining your own ship here too. It's your decision to move on here, Sagittarius. Really lovely. Right, okay, well, shall we clarify that Three of Swords? Yes, let's. Three of Swords, why are you here, please and thank you? Oh, wow, you've got the Star card. This is card of healing. This is, yes, embrace more time to yourself. Follow your true north. This is the card of wish fulfillment too. But it's also the card of make sure that you are looking after you too in the meantime with all this going on here. Because if you're not filling your cup up, you can't fill up other people's cups, yeah? It's also feeling, embracing more of trusting the universe and connected to the universe. And that sounds a bit woo-woo, but in this deck, I'm so drawn to the fact that she's got a line straight up. It's like she's got her own telephone line to the universe there. Make more of that, yeah? Trust it a bit more. Meditate. But it is the card of embracing more of time for you to heal. As I say, we can get... I know when I lost a lot of my family, And I found that every time I lost a member of my family, I concentrated on a new job, a new side hustle, and I look back and I can pinpoint it I didn't realise I was doing it at the time. And I think what that did for me was it kept things very, very, what do I want to say, deep down. Things didn't come to the surface that needed to. And I do feel like that's what they're trying to tell you here is, yes, it's lovely. Yes, you're moving on to Ace of Pentacles, but, you know, there is still that healing that needs to be addressed here. Okay, right, let's have a look with the Daily Crystal card for you. What do we have? We have black tourmaline. Mine's upstairs next to my bed. Protect your energy. How lovely. Really good crystal card. So if you're surrounded by negative Nellies, yeah, really good one to take to work. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Sagittarius. Let me know how it resonates. And do check out your moon and rising signs, because they often, especially with these quick fire readings, they give far more insight into the reading. Right, okay, Capricorn, you are next. Okay, quick shuffle for Capricorn. And, oh, I just got lost in a Sagittarius reading then. Right, 5546. Welcome, Capricorn, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is the midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy, and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Okay, we've got your past energy out already. We have the Ace of Cups. How gorgeous. Your present energy is the Ten of Wands. Your Seven of Wands is what you're stepping into. And what do we have? The King of Cups is what they'd like you to embrace more of. Right, Ace of Cups is your past energy. This is following your heart's desires. This is filling your cup up, your soul, your heart. Maybe it's a new relationship, new friendship, something that you started in fresh that really makes you feel fulfilled. Absolutely lovely card. At the moment, you're sitting as the Ten of Wands. This is the card of, oh my giddy aunt, thank goodness that's over. Really hard work, but what I'll say to that is, it's wands, it's your job, your career, your projects, your creative side, something you've achieved here, but it's been really hard work. You know, she's gone up that other side of that mountain with all of that baggage, but she's now coming down the other side. And there's what's after this, it's a 10, it goes back round to a 1. It's kind of like back to feeling refreshed again and a new fire in your belly. You're letting go of all this hard work now. There's a release and a relief coming in there for you. Now, you're sitting in the Seven of Wands. You're stepping into the Seven of Wands energy here. There's something about you really sitting in your power, ignoring, standing your ground, really putting your stamp on something here is what I want to say. But at the same time, you can see she's completely confident. She's got a fire in her belly still. Her solar plexus is lit up. But I always think with this card, she's ignoring the naysayers, you know, the people that just want to try and push her off her pedestal. So there's something about you, stick to your guns there, Capricorn. You know, it's wands, so it can be our job, I say our creativities, our ideas, our projects. And I always think of that with that card. It's people there at the bottom there trying to give you every negative reason not to do something, or every negative reason not to pursue a project, or something that you've really got a fire in your belly about, clearly. Now, the King of Cups is what they want you to embrace more of. Now, the King of Cups is really emotionally intelligent, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. So there's something about you getting something off your chest too. Perhaps it's to do with that Ace of Cups there. It's very counselling energy. I'm going to clarify that one. Still doing emotional work here, perhaps, because the King of Cups is what he's done. He's experienced with his emotions. He's come to terms with some really deep, dark emotions. And that's why he's sat as a king now. He's, you know, he's top of his suit. He's emotionally stable. It's like saying keep in touch with your emotions here. Keep that coolness, that calmness and coolness about you. But let's just clarify that. King of Cups, please and thank you. That's too many. I want just the one, please and thank you. For Capricorn. What do we have? Oh, 3 of Wands. Wow. So the 3 of Wands is very much about waiting. Waiting to see what happens. As you can see, she has that surfboard tucked under her arm. But it's like a mill pond. She can't surf the wave just yet. Something you've got to be very cool, calm and collected about. A project that perhaps you're waiting for it to literally explode. Or a decision at work about you being promoted. It's like, be cool, be calm. Yeah, interesting. I bet she's itching to get that surfboard out, isn't she? But it's like, just wait. There's a pause here. Right. We have the daily crystals here for you, Capricorn. What's the final message to finish Capricorn's reading is tourmalated quartz, get out of your own way. Oh. Interesting. I want to look at that one. Moonstone, live your purpose. Get out of your own way feels very much like 8 of Swords to me. It's like you're putting hurdles in the way of something, or you are in the way of something. Maybe that's what you've got to look at with this King of Cups. Come to terms with some sort of emotional side. That's why you've got to pause for a little while. Interesting. And then I had to choose Moonstone for some reason. It says live your purpose. Perhaps that's what that is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, Capricorn. Quite cryptic at the end there. Let me know how it resonates. Have a wonderful week. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too, because when there's such quick fire like readings, then it often adds more messages to the reading. So who are we moving on to? Aquarius, the birthday zodiac sign, the birthday sign. Right, okay, what do we have out for Aquarius here? 10 of Pentacles. Right, quick. Aquarius, what are we time stamping at? 1:02:15. So welcome, Aquarius, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you for being here. This is your 4-card spread. Your past, your present, your future energy, and what they'd like you to embrace more of. God, I had an awful feeling my mic wasn't working then. Okay, Aquarius, happy birthday. For starters, and look what just came out as I said that. Oh, what a lovely card. So there is a bonus birthday reading for you on my playlist. Don't forget to check that out. And yeah, what else was I going to say about that? That's it. Right, this is your past energy. 6 of Wands, card of victory. Absolutely love that for you, Aquarius. You're sitting at the Knight of Swords. The 2 of Wands is what you're stepping into. Oh my gosh, how brilliant. And then we have the Page of Swords, what they'd like you to embrace more of. So now the 6 of Wands. This is the card of victory. This is like you've succeeded in something, you've passed something, you've got results that you were really, you're now celebrating. And not only are you celebrating it, everybody else is celebrating too. You're really in the spotlight. You've just, lately you've been really in the spotlight for your achievements, recognition at work perhaps, or just within the home life. You're feeling really successful, victorious, come through some real hard times as well. Feeling like you're coming out the other side there. Now the Knight of Swords is how you're sitting at the moment. And this for me feels like you've made your mind up finally on something. And it's like, I don't know whether this has given you the real nod to go ahead with something, whether you've been waiting to get this response from others. But the Knight of Swords is like, right, you know what? I'm off now. I'm definitely putting these words into action. This feels to me like this has gone on for a little while though. Now, the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. But the reason I say that is because in this deck, I always am drawn to his crossbow, his bow and arrow on the back. And it feels like there's been tension, you know, how you build the tension as you draw back the bow. And then finally the arrow is let go. And that's what the Knight of Swords is the epitome of. Right, let's get this show on the road. It's like you've ummed and ahed. And now it's like, right, I want it now. And I want to sort it out, and I want it yesterday. That kind of energy. And what you're stepping into is the Two of Wands. This is expansion. This is you knowing you're going to, whatever this Knight of Swords mindset is pushing you outside your comfort zone at last. You're not taking a leap of faith because you're still sat there contemplating it. But at least it's getting you in that energy of should I, shan't I? Oh, I don't know. It's quite exciting though. You've got a globe there. You've got a camper van there. You know, the world is your oyster. What was the saying that Del Boy used to say? The world is your... I don't know. I'm not very good at that. But people from the UK... Sorry, that's a UK joke. Mind you, it's probably worldwide, actually. Only fools and horses. Anyway, the Page of Swords is what they would like you to embrace more of. Now, maybe you need to do this, which is the card of curiosity, and do your own research in order to get enlightenment over something. Perhaps that's what you need to do to move past that Two of Wands energy, the should I or shan't I. It's like go and do your own research. Don't take anybody else's advice. Don't take anybody else's opinion. Go and look for yourself. Be a bit more curious on things, Aquarius. I'm drawn to the light bulbs. You'd like, in order to get that, in order to back up some ideas, yeah? And to give you that confidence to move past that Two of Wands. There's something about researching, getting some information in. Right, what's the final message? Adventuring, close to adventure. Create your own luck. I think you're definitely doing that, Aquarius. I really feel a shift in your mindset lately. Love it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. And do check out your moon and rising signs too, because it can offer a bit more insight, especially into these very quick readings. So moving on to Pisces, our final reading for Pisces. Okay, quick shuffle. What do we have as a pre-shuffle for Pisces? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Love it. Right, okay. Timestamp in Pisces at 01:07:07. Welcome, Pisces, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Gosh, this is the longest one I've ever done. They get longer and longer. They're supposed to be quick check-ins. Anyway, this is your past, your present, your future energies and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Okay, right. For Pisces, the past energy. One more. Thank you. Queen of Wands. Your present energy is the Page of Pentacles. Your future energy is the Three of Pentacles. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Nine of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Wands is your past energy. This is you having a real fire in your belly about something, feeling very confident, very entrepreneurial, really being in centre of attention too, and really loving it. You know, this is the Queen of Wands loves it. She lights up a room when she walks in it. She has such a high energy. You can't help but, you know, she just lifts everybody's spirit as soon as she walks in. So there's something very nice about you literally being quite independent about something too, and quite, I don't know, determined. Now, the Page of Pentacles is how you're sitting at the moment. This is you contemplating a project, if you like, that you know you're going to have to commit to for a long term. And you're and ahhing, maybe, especially being a Pisces, just speaking from experience. The Page of Pentacles is saying, well, let's look, you know, maybe at what courses you need to do to achieve something new, what practical steps need to be taken. So, for instance, I don't know, if you were thinking of opening up a shop, or I don't know, doing something different at work, you know, what practical steps, you know, what courses do you need to look at? What do you need to do? Refresher courses. If you're opening up a side hustle, go and, you know, look at the bank account details. This is something really practical to do, that's tangible, that you need to start looking at in order to progress a project. Now, the Three of Pentacles is lovely, as you're stepping into. From that Page of Pentacles, it gives you then the confidence to join others and to work together as a team. Maybe you are joining a new company. Maybe you're, you know, you're joining a new tribe, if you like, of people that work in the same mindset as you, or in the same league as you, I want to say. But you are still going to be that person who delivers it better and bigger. I just feel like you're always going to be the top dog there, Pisces, because you know how to be the Queen of Wands. That's what she does. There's something about you wanting to join others, but not just any old tribe, if you like. It's people that have the same skill set, the same mindset, and you all have equal contribution to something, but you are still going to be the one that shines, because you're the one that has the passion and desire for it. Now, the Nine of Wands is what they want you to embrace more of. The Nine of Wands is the card of feeling shattered. It's the card of the wounded warriors, but it's also the card of saying, okay, right, now I need to kind of put some boundaries up. What do I need to reprioritize, say no to, say yes to, in order to achieve this? You got to start, I'm not going to say choosing your battles, but choosing your chores. Be a bit more mindful of what you say yes to. Interesting. All right, okay. These are the daily crystal cards. This is a very quick one for you, Pisces, but it's very clear, the message. Okay, final message, please and thank you for Pisces. Oh, you're a flipper. What do we have? We have rhodonite. Find a way to forgive. Okay, maybe there is something you need to forgive to move on to something new. Maybe, you know what, I don't know, can be a bit critical of others around us, can't we? And blame everything else while you're not doing something. Maybe you need to forgive to move on. Forgive yourself even. Stop putting hurdles there, perhaps. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Pisces. Let me know how it resonates. Oh, I'm so hot. I put this big jumper on, but by the end of this reading, I'm boiling, as you can tell by my shiny face. Anyway, have a wonderful week. Let me know how it resonates. Do check out your Moon and Rising signs too, as they offer more messages into such a quick reading anyway. So, as I said, have a wonderful week, and I will see you at the weekend for your weekend readings. Take care.